Governor Greg Abbott is ordering all state entities to stop investing in China and to divest themselves of companies affiliated with the CCP. This is Friday, November 22nd, 2024.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State, the Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
Well, we've made it to Friday. Thanks for starting the end of your week with the Texas Minute. A plan from the University of Texas to offer free tuition to all families making less than $100,000 a year is drawing criticism. More on that coming up. Attorney General Ken Paxton has filed a lawsuit against the city of Dallas and some of its local officials over the adoption of a city charter amendment decriminalizing marijuana possession. Proposition R prohibits the Dallas Police Department from arresting individuals or issuing citations for marijuana possession. It also prohibits the consideration of the odor of marijuana as a cause for search and seizure. The proposition was approved by nearly 67% of voters in the general election earlier this month. Paxton's court filing states that the charter amendment violates Texas laws since recreational marijuana remains illegal in the Lone Star State. He's asking a district court to rule that Prop R is null and void and to halt city officials from implementing it. Incoming State Representative Wes Verdell has filed legislation requiring all beef and beef products sold in Texas to carry a country of origin label. Several other states, including Wyoming, Kansas, North Dakota, and South Dakota, have all passed legislation similar to his proposal. Federal country of origin labeling was mandated back in 2002, but not fully implemented until 2013. Just 3 years later, though, Congress repealed that law. Students with a family income of $100,000 or less will now be eligible to receive free tuition at any of the University of Texas System's 9 academic institutions. That decision was announced yesterday by the UT Board of Regents. The Regents are expanding their Promise Plus program, which has provided financial aid since 2022 to families with income thresholds of around $65,000. The expanded program will be funded through disbursements from various system endowments and investment funds. The Regents' move received praise from U.S. Senator John Cornyn, but it's being panned by various others. For example, Republican State Representative Brian Harris of Midlothian described it as, quote, unelected executive branch bureaucrats signaling they no longer need taxpayer funding. He and 10 other lawmakers are demanding that UT explain how their plan passes constitutional muster. Others are mocking the $100,000 threshold. Tarrant County's Chandler Crouch wanted to know when making $90,000 a year was considered poor. It's worth noting that the median family income in Texas is about $76,000. The Texas Minute will be right back.
Why get your news from people who don't share your values? Get news stories from Texas Scorecard. We provide real news for real Texans. Go to TexasScorecard.com today.
In a move designed to protect Texas's investments, Governor Greg Abbott has directed all state entities to halt new investments in China and to divest themselves of existing holdings linked to the Chinese Communist Party. One investment group specifically highlighted by Abbott is the University of Texas Texas A&M Investment Management Company, which manages billions of dollars in assets for both university systems. UTEMCO has come under scrutiny after a Texas Scorecard investigation revealed its investments in more than 50 Chinese companies. Those investments raised alarms about the potential risks associated with Texas's funds being entangled with entities tied to the CCP. The governor's directive is the fourth this week concerning China and the security of Texans. He also issued executive orders to counter the CCP's harassment campaigns and to protect Texas infrastructure from Chinese interference and espionage. You can find the details of this story and the others mentioned today and keep up with the latest news by visiting TexasScorecard.com. So if you're enjoying the Texas Minute, I hope you'll encourage your friends and family to follow along. It's available on their favorite podcasting platform, or they can get the daily email by going to TexasScorecard.com. This edition of the Texas Minute was based on the original reporting of Eddie Hovland, Valerie Munoz, and Brandon Waltons. The show's produced by Nick Shepard. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State. Have a great weekend.
Thanks for listening to the first news of the day for the Lone Star State. This has been the Texas Minute with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.